Hi guys, and welcome to Russian Moms. Today I want to talk about a heat stroke and a sunstroke. These two are actually two different things, but they have very similar symptoms: high temperature, vomiting, and nausea. To tell the truth, we had a little experience with a heat stroke. If you've watched my previous video, you know that Leo spent quite much time outside the other day and he got the heat stroke. So let me tell you the story. Lev's father took part at a volleyball tournament and Lev and I came to root for him. We were there and suddenly Lev started acting weird. Well, not weird, but he was not happy anymore, he was not smiling, he was exhausted, he didn't want to play, and I realized that there was something wrong with him. So we went home, we went straight home, and at home I found out that he had high temperature. The temperature was about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. In Russia, by the way, we have Celsius, so it was about 38.5 degrees Celsius, quite high, I should say. Well, then I thought that I was a very stupid person. How could I let this happen? Well, but what was done. I couldn't do anything about it. I just had to cope and try to help my baby as much as possible. So he had high temperature, but he didn't have any other symptoms like vomiting or nausea, just high temperature and weakness. So what did we do? We were nursing him, carrying him around all the time, being with him, supporting him. So we were playing with him. Well, he didn't want to play actually, but just a little bit, giving some interesting objects to him to study quietly, because he didn't have strength to play a lot. He didn't want to eat anything, almost nothing, just a little bit of fruit, bananas and apples, that's it, just tiny bits of them. We tried to give him water as much as he wanted, but mostly he was just drinking my milk, and that's it. By the way, breastfeeding helps a lot when your baby is sick. So into the night we've decided to lower his temperature by using a suppository which contains paracetamol. So it helped, but not for a long time. His temperature would go up again, and we used suppositories 3 times during the night. That's right. He didn't sleep well that night, so at 4 o'clock I realized that there was a problem, and during that night he didn't sleep well. He was waking up constantly, sucking on my breast constantly, and he would wake up every hour and a half, I guess. During the next day we didn't use any suppositories, we just used sponge. Well, we sponged him now and then when his temperature would rise close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. 102 to be precise, because in Russian we have Celsius, and in Celsius it is about 39 degrees. Then we would sponge him, use a soft cloth actually to put some warm water on his face, on his hair, on his body. And it helped. The temperature would go down a little bit and then it would go up again. And closer to the evening it got better. So his temperature didn't rise so high anymore, and we didn't use any more suppositories. He would just fall asleep, and he slept much better during the second night, and today he's well.
Два скакуна. Один на мече, другой на осле. Куда едете, товарищи?
Мы на молю скачем. До моли, вон она на лапу тянет. Голосует, мы ее должны посадить, повезти с собой.
By the way, we didn't quite understand completely what was wrong with him because at the same time we realized that his teeth were cutting as well, his upper teeth, central ones. Perhaps it was a mixture, the effect was the mixture of these two problems, thermal shock and teething. But the main problem was the thermal shock. The sunstroke is very close to thermal shock. The symptoms are very close. Thank God there was just high temperature and that's it, and weakness. He didn't have any other symptoms, like I have already mentioned, nausea and vomiting. So it was not that bad, but anyway we were still quite shocked and worried. We didn't call a doctor, we managed the situation ourselves. I was about to call the doctor, but my husband, Sasha, Alexander, stopped me. He said that everything is under control, don't worry, we'll watch him, observe him, and if it goes for too long or if something changes, we will call the doctor. But we managed the situation ourselves. Anyway, that's it about this problem. We had this experience and I wanted to share with you, tell you our little story. Once again, I was mad at myself, and we should be careful. Well, one of the reasons why this happened is that we have crazy weather here where I live, in Russia, in the Urals region, because it is changing so quickly, unexpectedly. So for a couple of days it was rather chilly and then it got really hot, and bam, there's a problem. So be careful, do not get your baby too hot, try to cool him down now and then. So I hope that this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye.
Wait, it's cold again today. Crazy Urals weather.